Today's Snow Motion Chairlift interview is with Brian Friedman, singer-songwriter, former U.S. ski team downhiller, and entrepreneur. Brian, what a treat to have you on our show today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So how has your life as a ski team racer made you the individual you are today?
Well, I mean, when you grow up ski racing, number one, you get to live in the mountains in this beautiful, beautiful playground that, you know, shapes who you are. It molds, you know, your sense of wonder and appreciation for the outdoors. And secondly, with ski racing, it's obviously extremely focused, right? And there's a lot of intensity involved. So it's kind of a mixture between the two. So you get a lot of well-rounded, I guess, education in life.
Okay, you're living in Park City. Are you an owner or a part owner of the Soul Poles?
I'm an owner, yeah. Owner, founder, CEO, marketing, CMO, CFO.
Okay,
These are our beautiful bamboo ski poles. This version's the First Descent's signature pole. They're a great organization that raises money for cancer patients. They're out of Colorado here. And yeah, but the bamboo, 100% sustainable.
And what gave you this idea?
Well, you know, traveling around on the U.S. ski team for 10 years, we saw a lot of equipment, and we went through a lot of equipment. At the end of every season, it's kind of obsolete, and we didn't really have much to do with it. So it just kind of stemmed from that idea. Let's make a sustainable product that can be reused, and if it's, you know, not used, then it's sustainable, it can biodegrade. But it's been 3 hard years. We've been working really hard at this business, almost 4 years now, and now I get to play more music and ski more and enjoy life a little bit more after a lot of hard work.
And spread the word of Soul Poles.
Exactly. Yeah, spread the soul.
Spread the soul.
That's right.
All right, so I should be using the Soul.
Why aren't you on Soul Poles, Brenda? This is ridiculous.
I think this is my last day on my poles. And
you'll be rocking bamboo in no time here.
Yeah.
You can find them at a variety of dealers around town or around the country. Some of our biggest dealers, Backcountry.com, Gorsuch, Cole Sport. There's some great folks out of Bend, Crow's Feet. Just a lot of great dealers. McCool's up in Whistler, and working on a bunch more, and Alta Sports and Alta, a variety of places. The custom stuff, which is really cool, where if you want to customize your own version of our Soul Poles, come to soulpoles.com.
Oh, okay.
And you get to make whatever you want, and we turn it around for you very quickly. We give it a 2-year guarantee, and you have the coolest poles on the mountain.
Well, we're so lucky on Snow Motion that we open our show every single week with your song.
Would it be easier if we had no shoes, no time to kill, and nothing to lose, and no worries but the great blue sky, and looking for shade when the sun gets high.
Have you always been a singer and songwriter, or did this develop later in life?
It was definitely later in life, you know. I think it's more of a reaction to injury and whatnot. So, I mean, I always played and sang, but I never wrote my own songs, and didn't really feel comfortable doing that until this kind of catastrophic event and
What
opened
happened?
up. Pretty much totaled my lower leg, tib fib fracture, compartment syndrome, 8 or 9 surgeries. I can't remember at this point.
In a downhill race?
It was in a downhill race, World Cup in Chamonix.
See, I always say don't let your babies grow up to be down.
That's a good point.
So during your recovery, you were just...
Yeah, so I felt like I actually had something to say all of a sudden, and that was my therapeutic way of coping with the injury. And I moved to Santa Barbara for a few years and started surfing and just kind of looking at life a little bit differently, and that led to a few albums and traveling the world playing music instead of skiing, which is pretty cool.
Just like the color that you wore on the day that we met.
I would love you to sing a little bit of the song that you play for Snow Motion.
A cappella, huh?
Yeah, and tell us your motivation for this song.
Yeah, so kind of going back to the injury, right? I had this amazing opportunity to go travel through Ghana after the 2006 Olympics. I went there to write for Yahoo Sports, and definitely an interesting time for me since I should have been racing, and I was unfortunately on the sidelines. And then it was interesting being in this crazy world of excess, and then all of a sudden dropped off in Africa and Ghana. That was my first time to a third world country like that, and quite an eye-opener, and it spawned a lot of thought, and I wrote Easier. So it's about traveling around and thinking about what would it be easier if we didn't have all these things, and all these things that we hold on to that we're scared to lose. And that's where it came from.
I think it's a good fit. I didn't know where it came from.
Yeah, that's where
right.
it came from.
So,
So I need to give a little a cappella version.
yeah, I think you need to give us a couple.
All right. It's a great way to see the countryside. Just hop a tro-tro and enjoy the ride. No matter who's on your left or who's on your right, just get on in and you'll be there tonight. And would it be easier if we had no shoes and no time to kill and nothing to lose and no worries but the great blue sky and looking for shade when the sun gets high or climbing up that coconut tree
If it's time for one of nature's treats, would it be easier? And I could see green grass for miles, but it's little trash.
Just recently, I would say that I had one of my most incredible musical moments. Last weekend in Sun Valley, I had the opportunity to sit in and play with Johnny Neal, who played piano for the Allman Brothers for a while and has played with an incredible, just incredible musicians throughout his career. And we got to meet, got to play some music and get to know each other. And I would say I'm inspired right now. Inspired to ski, inspired to play music and spread the soul.
Like it. Okay, what is your goal as a musician?
You know,
Make more albums?
I guess, you know, music's funny because I don't want it to become too much of a job. You know, it's definitely a job at some point, but you know, my goal is to just stay inspired and to keep writing music that is meaningful to me, and hopefully that meaning is felt by somebody else.
Well, we're almost at the top, and we're get to go skiing with Brian Friedman. Join us.